Are you starting your first nursing placement and feeling nervous? Don't worry. In today's video, I will be guiding you through everything you need to know to make the most out of your student placement experience. Now, if you don't have your pen and paper, it's time to grab that pen and paper because I'll be sharing some practical tips, all right? And these tips are going to help you, okay? Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Winnie. I'm a student nurse. I'm a new mom navigating these multiple roles in the United Kingdom. Welcome to my space and my community where I share tips ranging from lifestyle to education to family and lots more. Now, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. What do you do before your placement begins? Number one, research the placement area. You need to know what you are getting yourself into, all right? Now, if you've been told where you're going for your placement, make sure you research about that placement area. What is their area of expertise? What do they do there? What kind of patients do they attend to? What kind of disease conditions do they treat? What kind of medications will they most likely be using in that area? Just read a little bit about the area just so you familiarize yourself and it doesn't feel like you are thrown into the deep end of the water, if you get what I mean. Number two, introduce yourself early to the placement unit. You can ring them up on the phone. This is why the research is important. If you've researched this placement area, most likely you would have gotten their phone number, their email address. You'd have gotten a contact person for that placement area. Make sure you contact this individual. Ask them, introduce yourself as a student nurse. Tell them how excited you are going on your placement with them, and also request for manual guides, any tips that could help you prepare. And trust me, they will respond back to you. And most times they already have a kit. They call a student placement kit or survival guide or something in that line that they can share with you that would help you to prepare effectively for this placement. Now, within this kit, they usually talk about what to expect out of the placement, what disease conditions they usually attend to, what medications they use on the placement, what medical procedure is usually undertaken in that unit. They just tell you a little bit of everything that you should be expecting whilst on placement there. Now, imagine getting this information before your placement. It would help you prepare better than someone who just shows up on the first day of placement, okay? So research the placement area, introduce yourself to them, right? Before you present yourself to your placement unit, do a reflection on your own. Think about the proficiencies that you're supposed to achieve. Your university would have emailed this to you. It should be on your PAR document, what proficiencies you need to achieve. Now, go through those proficiencies and think, what do I need to do to achieve these proficiencies? Have a plan before you present yourself to your placement unit. Make sure that you have written out what proficiencies that you think aligns well to what the placement unit is about, so that by the time you are going in prepared. You already have your objective set, you already have your goal set, you know what you are going to do, and you know what you want to achieve, and you stand 100% chance of achieving this is because you're prepared, all right? So make sure you have read the proficiency list and also you have cross-checked it with what the placement unit is about to be able to know what exactly can be achieved and what cannot be achieved and what you can do to achieve those ones that cannot be achieved, okay? Now, pack your essential items, okay? You need a jotter, a little book where you can be jotting down disease conditions, medications you come across, surgical procedures you come across, and anything in general that looks new to you and you need to develop more on. You can jot it down quickly, you can script on it. So just a little tiny book that you can jot things on. You need your pen, you need your fob, you need what else do you need? I think these are the basic things that you need as a student nurse, okay? Most importantly is that pen and something to jot with, because you'll be learning a whole lot and information will just be flying like this everywhere. You need to pick as much as you can. So that will come in quite handy. Make sure you've packed your bags, okay, ahead of the placement. Now, get organized. Get organized. Think about childcare, okay? How are you going to resolve childcare issues, okay? Each placement unit usually would have sent you a rota ahead of your placement. So with that rota, you can plan around childcare. If you have a child, if you don't have a child, if you have to plan your commuting, do I need to walk to my placement unit? Do I need to go on the bus? What routes does the bus go on? What time do I need to leave the house and to make sure I get to my placement unit on time? Now, one thing you should be critical about is that being punctual is part of your professional values. And if you fail a professional value, you have failed the whole placement, which means you have to do a receipt of that placement. Imagine, whilst everyone is on holiday, you'll be doing a receipt. So make sure you are not failing any placement. Punctuality, very important. So plan ahead. Think about the commuting. How do I get to my placement unit? This should have been figured out before you show up on the first day of placement, okay? Now, I need to warn you about the long shifts. If you are coming from a region where you are used to just working 8 hours, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, welcome to the UK, first of all, and you're studying nursing. We do long hour shift, 12-hour shifts, 7:30 to, is it 8:30? Yes, with 1 hour break, depending on the trust, or it could be 7 to 8 or 7 to 7. But generally, we do long shifts. So you need to be mentally prepared. So just take a deep breath. And think about it. You'll be doing long shifts, but you will be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. Let's move to when you've arrived on the placement. It's your first day. What do? Arrive early. Point number 1. Dress according to the dress code. Okay, there's always a professional dress code. Be professional. Dress well. If they say pack your hair, pack your hair. If they say just one stud earring, one stud earrings. If they say no engagement rings, no engagement rings. Just dress according to the code. Be professional. Number 2, introduce yourself to everyone on the team, okay? Introduce yourself. Get to meet your assessor. Get to meet your supervisor. Introduce yourself to them, okay? Have a chat with them. Tell them what you intend to get out of this placement, okay? Usually, there will be an induction done for you on your first day to tell you where to find and locate things, where the emergency exits are, where the emergency protocol is, things you need to know. You'll be inducted on your first day usually, okay? So that's an opportunity for you to ask questions. Don't just be quiet and taking down information, soaking in information. Ask questions. Where it's not clear, ask questions. Be polite. Be polite, but also be bold, okay, to ask questions. Don't feel timid or shy. They all know that it's your first day, and trust me, they are there to support you, okay? So make sure you are communicating. Remember, to be a good nurse, you need to be a communicator. They need to see you talking, okay? Discuss your learning goals and objectives with your mentor. That is your assessor or your supervisor. Discuss that learning goals early on into that placement. Make sure you let them know this and this and this are what the things you need to achieve. I'll be putting a video somewhere on the screen, whether right or left, about what I mean. Have a plan. I will show you a plan, a sample plan, okay? So you see what I'm talking about. But you and your assessor can go over that plan that you've made, discuss, talk through it. They will even be telling you, this can be achieved here, but I think you can achieve this here. We can do, you can ask them questions. I have gone through, it shows them you're prepared. Imagine walking up to your assessor and telling them, I have gone through my proficiencies. I feel this and this and this and this can be achieved on this placement, but the others that can be achieved, I'm wondering, how may you be of support to me? What do you think I can do to achieve this whilst on this placement? Are there any things I need to do? You'll be surprised. They could send you somewhere where you could go and get these things achieved. They call it a spokes. Okay, so be vocal, be smart, be vocal, be polite. Okay, make sure you discuss with them what you want out of the placement. Don't leave all the thinking to your assessor. It is you who wants to learn. Remember, they are there to support you. Okay, how do you maximize your placement? Okay, first of all, Be proactive. Don't be that student that just stays and watches. You're just looking, just observing people. I don't want to show myself. No, 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 no. You're there to learn. Be proactive. Volunteer to do things, okay? But make sure you are not going off on your own, doing things that are outside your level of competence and without supervision. Make sure you're being supervised. Discuss with them. Oh, is it okay if I make sure you have read that trust policies and find out what the limits are for you as a student nurse in that placement unit. So make sure you're not going beyond what you should be doing, okay? Because sometimes some people can tell you, do this, and you're not supposed to, literally. So make sure you're well aware of what the limits are, the boundaries that have been set for you on that placement, okay? So you make sure that anytime you're volunteering, you're not going outside these boundaries or limits. Work within your competence. But what I mean by being proactive is not sitting back and letting them do everything. Try to do things, okay? You can tell them, can I do this while you supervise me? Can I do this while you supervise me? Can I do volunteer to? That's the way you learn. Jump on it. Jump on it. Okay? Reflection is something that has helped me a lot. At the end of your placement, at the end of each activity, reflect over it. Think, what went well? What didn't go well? What can I do to improve? That's what reflection is about. In summary, just think about what you can do to improve. But to know what you can do to improve, you need to first of all identify what did not go well. And for you to identify what did not go well, it's best to identify what went well, okay? What are the things I did well? What are the things I didn't do well? How can I improve? That's a reflection, okay? To make sure that you are getting better and better by the day, okay? Ask for feedback. Ask for feedback. Don't just do things and forget it. It's done. Ask for feedback. You can ask your assessor or whoever you're working with, what do you think about how I did this? Did I do it well? Well, just give me your constructive feedback. What do you think about this? What do you think I can do to improve? And be open to constructive feedbacks, okay? Be open. It's a way for you to learn. If they say you haven't done it well, doesn't mean that the next time you try, you wouldn't do it well, okay? It just means that you need to work towards getting better. So ask for feedback after every task, all right? It's a way of knowing where you are with your skills and competencies. Another thing that I think a lot of students miss out on is engaging with the team. It's a multidisciplinary team. I understand you have a nurse assessor, you have a nurse supervisor, but it's a multidisciplinary team, okay? You have doctors, you have other nurses, specialist nurses, you have the healthcare assistants, you have the lab technicians, you have the administrators, you have a whole lot of people that make up that multidisciplinary team that take care of patients. Engage with them, not just your nurse. If you see a doctor doing something, why not? You can walk up to a doctor, introduce yourself. Hi, I'm a student nurse. Do you mind if I watch you? Of course, make sure you carry your supervisor or whoever you're working with along so you don't go off missing and they are looking for you. You can tell your supervisor, is it okay if I talk to that doctor and watch what he's doing, the procedure he's doing? Learn from everybody. Even the healthcare assistants, they are doing something that you're not used to. Learn from them. Is it okay if I watch you? Do you need help? Volunteer to help. Don't be the one that just sits back and everything is going on. That's what I meant earlier when I said being proactive. Engage with the whole team, not just the nurse you're working with. They all come with their own skills and competencies and experiences. Just get as much as you can from everyone, okay? Now, something else you should also be considering is taking care of yourself. It's very easy to go on these long shifts and come back feeling completely drained. When I mean drained, I mean physically, mentally, you're just drained. You need to have some sort of reset that helps you relax, some relaxation techniques, okay? So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Now, one of the code of conduct for nurses is that they need to practice safely. Now, for you to practice safely, you must be well within yourself to practice safe. You can't be sick and you want to practice safe. Okay, you'll be a risk to yourself and to the patients as well. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Remember to drink fluids, take water. It should be your friend. Drink water, eat right, vegetables. Just take care of yourself, not just your physical health, but also your mental health. Okay, go on vacation, take breaks. A lot of people, when they give you breaks, you sit, you say you don't want to go on breaks. Please make sure you take your breaks. There's a reason for those breaks, and make sure whilst you're on break, you're really on break. All right, so I hope these tips helps you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be more than willing to answer. And if you're a student nurse, you're a nurse, and you have tips to share, I'd love to read these tips in the comment section. Let's engage with each other. If you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button, like, share, comment, and until we meet again, guys, keep winning and enjoying life. And don't be nervous. You've got this. Bye.